There we go. Might as well open up with a meme that I found pretty funny. So give me a second to pull it up. Because it is. Why do you think it is? Because I say so, obviously. Now then. Let's not dilly-dally any further, which is... Right, this one. Well, 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 what do we have here? Hegel's Phenomenology of Bullshit. Or like Hegel's Phenomenology of Bullshit. Let me tell you, this book is fucked up. Just look at the first fucking sentence. It is customary to preface a book with an explanation of the co-author's aim. Yeah, fucking hope so. But get this. In the cause of a philosophical work, however, such an explanation seems not only superfluous, but even inappropriate and misleading. What the fuck? Why even put this fucking garbage in the book if you're just gonna tell us that you aren't gonna explain anything? What were they thinking? I don't suppose I can use Game Genie to find out. Clip of a VGN trying to put a Game Genie in the book like it's a SNES cartridge. And why is the preface longer than the introduction? Let's just skip to the first real chapter. Sense certainty. Yeah, I'm certain I sent some fucking bullshit. At any rate, good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of the day it is in your part of the world. And tonight, we are gonna be playing Shadowrun Hong Kong. You know I can get enough of this game. Love it. 2 bits, as they say. There we go. And yes, hello there, new round. You've missed nothing yet. Just that I'm starting later than usual, at least for the time being, because of a certain trend that has appeared in my life. We'll see if this holds up in the weeks to come. Hopefully it doesn't, but you never know. But if you recall correctly, last time we left off, we were about to get into a very, very difficult fight. Or at least difficult from my perspective. No idea if any Shadowrun veterans would find this one easy, normal, or hard, because I haven't interacted with them in a while. Besides a couple of people that are following me on Blue Sky. Believe it or not, that's where a lot of game developers end up. Blue Sky as opposed to Twitter. Or maybe it's just the Blue Sky for the people that I actually follow. We'll see how the situation develops. Anyway, let's just quickly skip through this dialogue. Because we all know how we are, or rather what happened the last time we interacted. Bisky. That certainly sounds... like a name. Not gonna lie. For real, as the youngins nowadays say. Mm-hmm. That's right, thanks to my favorite music app, Spoofy. Let's see if this app survives the current attack on internet anonymity. Because believe it or not, a lot of people are not in favor of it. Well, I say a lot, but the silent majority continues to be silent majority, because as studies show, the normies are going to try to bend the internet to its will, or rather allow the state to bend the internet to its own will. Yes, it is flipping hard, indeed. As you can imagine, living down here for long periods can be difficult. People find a way to get bored. Canadian Silver Dream test subjects have been infected with SARS-3. But what? As far as I know, I never received his report on that sample. Now, let's get back to it. Get a ton more undecided nations as news of chat control 2.0 are hitting the news cycle. That is correct. So, I'd like, of course, to override Silver Dream Matrix interlocks. If we stay here, we're going to be jammed right in between these two. As we've all seen, that is not an ideal situation, even, or rather, especially on account of a trap in the form of ley lines here. So this means we're gonna need to tactically retreat over to that Matrix terminal. While Isabel is getting jacked in, we'll hold the line here. Let's see, Isabel, can you reach it in time? No, you cannot. Damn shame. I suppose I can at least get you in cover here. Netherlands, Poland, and AT. Scratching my head as to what country that one is. A firmly anti-CC 2.0. That is good to hear. Ah, Austria. Funny hearing that from Austria, which is spy honeypot supreme ever since the Cold War, and its enforced neutrality. Then again, there are its aspirations for joining NATO, which has managed to become an inconvenience, especially for Finland and other previously neutral countries, but that is a developing situation, as they all say. I imagine the next turn is gonna hurt a lot. Incredible things are happening in Austria. Certainly would think so. Of course, you're running in here since you're the assassin. I'm gonna let you all take up positions. Just take your time. It's not like we're in a rush here. Filter in. Isabel, please. Everything seems to be in order. In you go. Do it quickly. Shocking, considering their government is far right. Again? Again. So you gotta deal with that Shiawase mage first of all. Gotta love tracer rounds. Now, Rector, I would like you to get Koshei up and running immediately. They were farther in the Cold War. I guess kinda like Greece was. Then again, Greece was a literal fascist dictatorship ever since Soviet Union refused to intervene in the Greek Cold War. But that is a story for another time and day. for your book reading. Oh, that's certainly good to hear, because I am not sure how many people would be interested in that particular book reading. Not to sound like a broken record, but I really don't have a faintest clue. Hopefully people will like it. Hopefully people will be interested in it, because I've already seen it being compared to Perun points, for better or worse. Isabel, hurry up! What do we have here? Oh great, for a second I thought the music was gonna die, but no, that's just switching over to Matrix combat theme. Yep. Here they come with their system trace increases, of course all incremental. Let's see how it goes. Execute shield, go. Execute assassin, go. And where is it? Assassinate. Killer. That one should work as well. Almost got you. Almost. There it is. Assassinate. That should be good. And get in cover. Meanwhile, over here. I don't think I'm gonna need to do that, at least over here, so that, like that, and now we can spring the eagle toe tag. That means Duncan can rep and tear, especially against those droids. Goddamn clankers, even. Watch this direction. Raptor in the meantime can switch position here and start boosting Crochet to hell and back. And by to hell and back I mean as long as his gear allows it, or rather his APs. These turns are certainly taking a lot quicker than I thought. Just need to get through. Maybe it's just that I've started a little quicker than usual in here. But we'll see how this all develops. Now, where is that other one? Erosion? Yeah. Erosion. Was it Tar Blaster? Could also work. And now we can go with Erosion on you if we hit. And we did hit. Wonderful. Here we go. And another one falls. Now, if you can, please. Almost. %, chance to hit, baby. Of course you missed, so how about just another blast? Acceptable. 60% chance here. Come on, another one. Assassin, do not fail me now. Thank you. Now we're just gonna need to wait for these bozos to switch positions. Go, 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 go! Hot lab safe control. That was easy. So, hot lab safe control. Disengage locks on the hot lab safe. That one's done. Move it, come on. We gotta get to the other one. It should be the one we're looking for. Yep, there it is. Drone control system. Okay. Nobody? You didn't hear nothing. Accessing the master drone control node, you quickly disable the facility's drone network. The system hiccups a few times, then launches a reboot process. A series of status messages pop up. Apparently you haven't just deactivated one segment of the drone network, you've sent every drone in the facility into standby mode. You shouldn't have to deal with any drone-based opposition from here on out. Do these collapse now? In all seriousness, the one who is screaming right now would be Sharklet. I've got her scream running in the background in another room, and apparently she is loud enough for that to happen. Who knew? Not me. Ah, you bastard. The Fich is screaming. Not fish, Fich. Out of my sight. I think we got everything, right? Let's see here. No. No, we have not. We still need to disengage Silver Dream's SimSense feeds and Silver Dream Matrix interlocks, which means we missed something here. Let's have a look at that again. Where have we missed a thing? Was it here? No, I don't see any other portal. I don't think I've seen one here as well. Rather, another one. There's the drone control system. That was... the other one was Hot Lab safe. Right? Oh, you bastard. I am going to cook you alive for this. But again, you are not alive, you're just an imitation, so be gone from my sight. Yeah, Hot Lab safe control. No idea. Let's have a look at this again. if those people die, I suppose there is nothing that I can do at this point. Or I'm just dumb. But we did disengage the lab safe. And there's the... whatchamacallit that we can grab. The sample. And yeah, looks like the drones have shut down. Which is perfect. Shay, how would you like to tear off the face of that Shiawase captain? As long as you hit, of course. As for me... we gotta move. Can I shoot with the... not quite. But let's see here. There it is. Override SimSense feeds. Are you sure you want to override the SimSense feeds? This may cause erratic connectivity issues to subjects inside the matrix. Processing. SimSense feeds overridden. Aha. I am doing everything correctly. Or at least I think I do. Nice crit, by the way. As expected. Anyone else coming up? Thank you. Now, I'd also like it if you were to lose control of that. I suppose that cannot be helped. Isabel, can you... not quite. I don't suppose we have anyone with haste. When was the last autosave, I wonder? If only I had haste. I won't be able to get to it as well. Isabel is too far, unfortunately. Which means I'm gonna need you over here. Throw that proximity mine right there. Now what if... aha! Disengage Silver Dream Matrix interlocks. Accessing credentials. Command accepted. Interlocks now disengaged. Override SimSense feeds and disconnect the Silver Dream test subjects. Disconnecting subjects may result in a premature termination of program Silver Dream. That's what we're here to do, among other things. Go ahead, do check on something. The terminal's phrasing seems familiar. This must be what Dr. Tang was talking about, the program command that will release this lab's test subjects. Tang put a lot of emphasis on one potentially dangerous fallout that could come from this course of action. But I suppose, well, worst case scenario, they all end up dead. Processing. Subjects disconnected. See, wonderful. Checked, and immediately as you came back. Some people just got no sense of whatchamacallit. Well, you get the idea. I'm at a loss for words here, proclaimed the Buckley Post as the joke went. Guardian. As for you, how about we... Yep, do it like that. And strip the armor. Also. And sawblade arm. Like that. Now, Rector. Can you perhaps get over here and do some damage to this Grenadier Conjurer? Like that. Thank you. Now that was uncalled for, Grenadier. For that you will be punished. You will be going into the Forever Box. Had to see what Fich played to make her scream like that. Yeah, I forgot to mention, she's playing Peak. As she's not feeling too hot these days. Cannot blame her. If she needs her comfort game, or at least some company, then all the better. The lab safe is unlocked. Seems like the Matrix was the key to opening it. Rows of chilled vials sit on racks in the safe's refrigerated interior. You reach in, find the vial that you're looking for, and pocket it. Patient 0. Steal a sample of the SARS-3. And then this thing. SARS-3 antibodies. Cure has been retrieved, so we can safely get out of here. I don't suppose there will be any nasty surprises in the Dream Sands room. Hello, fellow test subjects. How are you feeling tonight? A sharp melange of smoke, explosives, and ozone buffets your senses. You hear someone calling to you from the pod room. A disheveled, brown-haired elf is crouched just inside the door. His bloodied face turns to you to shout above the din of gunfire and screams. Take cover! Oh, I suppose that's the guards coming in. Right. Yeah, Dream Sense. Not what you might have heard. Ooh, off he goes. Buddy, old pal, you're certainly on a roll today. This is one way we can go, but these guys seem to have a fight over there. You heard a cursed song, huh? No, definitely, we are not definitely dealing with a certain guy who needs to have his mask on at all times, otherwise he is not himself. If that's what you're implying. The dream is not involved. Yep, there they are. my dog is once again going wild because she has nothing better to do than to speak with the neighbors. No idea if the neighbors are chatting along or not, but she definitely needs to do that. I can of course go up to the window and try to calm her down, but I've no idea for how long this will be enough for her. Not a frog. Hedgehog, most likely, if it comes down to this. Anyway, give me a second, be right back. Now, provided we can sidestep any more surprises, things are gonna be going just fine. Can we see that bastard over there? Not from this angle, but probably from this one. Not quite, so a little closer we go. Get tagged, Conjurer. Anyone else looking for a fight? There always are. So let me help you with that one. Isabel can accompany me on this one, right over here. And Rector can join Duncan. Servitude will be fine. Oh, off you go to rip and tear. That's a good little droid. Also, ouch. It's not all sunshine and rainbows over there. But the prison break is happening. I get to visit Kix last night as he was showing Patlabor, you mean? Yeah, for about an episode. And then of course we all had to leave because it was getting late. But I do enjoy watching it from time to time. Shame that I cannot run these nights, because I'm in that gray zone where I'm too late for Europeans and too early for Americans. And almost nobody else is showing up to those as well. Which is, as always, lamentable. What do we have here? Idle managers and so, huh? Never get a chance to play that one, so I can't say that I am too knowledgeable about it. Nice crit. If we go from here, that should be more than enough. Yeah, you obviously can't do that. I say that and then you proceed to miss that. Never mind. We still have a lot of things to cover. Well, there's a lot of ground. Yes, Black Emperors don't have that many euros to begin with, but 7 active watchers for movie server is quite the achievement. Those were the golden years, when the server was a lot more active. But then people just kind of taper off, I suppose. If you recall, We also used to have a bit more people on the server being engaged. Where does the time fly? If I stop and think about where does the time fly, I'm gonna make myself sad, which is certainly not the way to go. Also, am I tripping, or does the neutrals and enemies... No, there we go. I was worried for a second that they might have just bypassed my turn altogether. And there we go. Everyone is dealt with. So now let's speak to the disconnected SimSense addicts. The elf from before glances wildly around the chamber. When he turns to face his gaze to you, you can see that his hair is matted with blood. The dark, wet spots on his clothes are likely more of the same. I sure didn't waste any time before spraying us with bullets. He raises a hand to his head and winces at the touch. Damn ricochets. His eyes scan the hall around you. Call me MFI. You know where the hell am I? I don't remember coming here. Last thing I recall, I was in Kowloon about to cut a deal with some new ASPs, and then... nothing. A smiling woman standing nearby nods to you. Hey, same here. I was supposed to meet up with the Johnson to discuss the data steal job. Next thing I knew, I woke up in this place, inside this cold little room. So, you know where we are, stranger? Oh wow, Shadowrunners, huh? Unlucky to be you. This is a submerged Shiawase research lab. You've been used as test subjects. You've been used as test subjects. I think it's supposed to be you were being used as test subjects. Damn it. Really got myself into a mess this time. Sure explains all this new cyberware, though. I planned on buying some wear myself. It would have been nice to pick and choose for my own upgrades, but hey, at least this stuff's free. Why us? What do we do to get singled out by Shiawase? I'm just a decker, man. Burned out a few corp databases in my time, but nothing worthy of this kind of attention. The smiling woman almost leaps forward. Hey, me too. I'm mostly low profile. Name's Virginia Fizz. I was just in Hong Kong for work. I've never been here before in this. Isn't this exciting? Well, aren't you a nice little yuppie? You're both sinless, right? That's probably why they took you. You wouldn't be missed. MFI clenches his fists in barely controlled anger. His words are curt. Makes sense, I guess. Snatch us off the streets and nobody's gonna come looking. We don't exist anyway. Bastards. Look on the bright side. They'll get what's coming to them. No way we're staying trapped down here. She looks in your direction, smiles still wide. How are you getting out of here? We've got a mini-sub, but we can hardly fit ourselves in there. No way we could take anyone else. That's fine. If this is an underwater base, as you say, there's gotta be more subs around. I'll take anything, and I'll cut my way through Shiawase if I have to. All I know is that I'm sure as hell not dying down here like some lab rat. Alright, Fizz, let's get out of here. Right behind you. Good luck to you all. Now, last time I checked, that door over here was locked, so let's see what's in there. Or maybe I misremembered and it was open. In any case... No, that one was actually locked. Whatever here, behind this one. Right, what was the code for that one? That's gonna be 4077. No. Gotta be medical lock then. 8236. There we go. Don't mind if I help myself to some medical supplies. Shamanic salve. And Dock Wagon Platinum Trauma Kit. You'll love to see it. Nothing interesting over there as well. Or rather, Nothing that might interest me. And that door is now locked. So we are out of here, officially. You hiss along the maglev tracks, the car's interior glowing faintly blue from distant sunlight filtering down through the seawater. In the distance lies Captain Jomo, freedom, and an escape from this laboratory. The only sounds other than electrical humming is the occasional soft bump as the tram shifts tracks. Duncan suddenly lurches toward the window of the tram, cursing under his breath. You're not gonna like this, Val, but we've headed the wrong way. Did we input the wrong station? I suspect that we've been rerouted by Shiavasa's security forces, looking to shunt us into an ambush. Rector works a diagnostic panel open with his fingers and peers inside. There is nothing to indicate that an error in the routing system. The diagnostic screen says emergency override. I can probably jack in and get us back on course. Would probably face less resistance that way, but I'm not sure what kind of environment we'd be fighting in. Alternatively, we could just pull the emergency stop and go the rest of the way on foot. We'd probably be in for a bigger fight, but they'd be expecting us to be on the tram. We might be able to catch them by surprise. Rector, you're up. Override the automated routing system. With a flip of a few switches and the entry of a few override commands, Rector ensures that the car will shift back to its original course. There we are. Simply done, my friend. I am in no mood to discuss the matters with the head of this facility, or rather head of security of this facility. So it's time for us to go. Nothing new here. As you move through the lab, monitors all around you spring to life. Commander Gara scowls at you from the flickering screens, a look of severe irritation etched into the lines around his eyes. Your little romp through Shiawase property has gotten long enough. Time's up, Shadowrunner. In the distance, you can hear the thunderous clamor of jackbooted feet hammering on metal floors. Seconds later, a team of armed guards in Shiawase uniforms burst into the room, their weapons held at the ready. Well, that was fast. You're really pissed all over this complex, Runner. The commander spits onto the steel floor. Made an awful mess of everything that you've come across down here. That's a lot of money you've cost us. He smiled, revealing a set of crooked teeth. But now I finally got you. No way out but through me and mine. By the time I'm done with you, you'll look worse than those freaks in the cryotanks. You corporate drones are all the same. On the contrary, I take great pride in my job. I work hard. Some even consider me the best in my field. The paycheck and health insurance is just a bonus. Most employees are just here to punch time cards. Don't mistake me for one of them. Now, I'm gonna give you one chance to get out of this thing alive. Surrender, and I promise that we won't kill you. I can't say in what state you'll be in, but at least you won't be dead. If you plan to turn me into a murder puppet like your subjects, then I'll pass. You're already a puppet, Shadowrunner. The only real difference between you and the people in those tanks is who's holding the strings. You surrender to us, and we can make things better for you. Our subjects don't feel any guilt or pain or fear. The machines take all of that away from them. You'll never need or want for anything. This is your last chance. Throw down your weapons or we'll pry them from your dead hands. What'll it be? You sure know how to cheer up a man. Unfortunately for you, I am not interested. Your funeral. Sure about that, pal? Sure about that? Because I will see you burn. Now, any of you have cybernetic arm attachments? I don't see any grenadiers, so... Commander Gara, would you be so kind as to confirm my field? You don't! How delightful. Have another one on the house. And while we are at it, have a frag grenade too. with a little something to cap you off. Always remember to geek the mage first. I think we can reach that Shiawase assassin just fine. It's just that we're only gonna be using one single attack, but that should be more than enough. Ooh, breaking out your own grenades, huh? Classy. Real classy there. That, however, will not save you, you know that? Of course you do. However, let's go over this once again. And a 1. And a 2. Like that. Next up, Duncan, can you please track that Shiawase captain? Thank you. Rector, as for you, throw that flashbang grenade. We don't have to be... What was the correct word? Stingy. Then again, you can just keep buffing Crochet, that's also a good call. And focused optics and overclock will do wonders for us. Especially against that assassin who we are going to be tearing to shreds soon enough. Come on. How many flashbangs do you have anyway? I'm guessing enough? Ooh, I definitely gonna need to heal up. Because I'm looking worse for wear. Good. Even better. And the... could have been better. Definitely could have been better, but still, good outcome. Just what you like to see. Now, will you be able to patch me up immediately? Thank you kindly, Rector. You're a lifesaver. As good as they come. Come on now. I just needed one more strike. But if you insist... I see you've also got the AUG. But that one won't save you, you know that? I think you do. Still, you're an arrogant corporate drone and that's in your nature, so... I don't expect any miracles from you. Boom. Now, how would you like 2 more grenades? 2 at the price of 1, as they say. Enjoy it while it lasts. And if not, then we have an extra order on free home delivery. What's in the box? Pain. Nothing over there. Nothing over there. Time to skedaddle. It may have been the AUG firing. On full auto, no less. But hey, we also have a full auto AUG. And ours is way better because it also comes with tracer rounds. Hello? This is Dr. Tang. She hurriedly stammers out the words. There is a nervous edge to her voice. Thank you again for letting me leave the lab. For letting me live. Unfortunately, we have a problem. Great timing, Doc. I already had one foot out the door. Look, here's the deal. I don't know how many test subjects were infected with SARS-3, and it's possible that some of the subjects that you encountered were carriers. Well, shit. This isn't my fault, I swear. Dr. Ngai never told me that he'd been testing the disease on the test subjects. It was all done behind my back. If the subjects were in fact infected, well, that would be bad. It would mean that when I released them from their cells, SARS-3 would have begun to circulate the facility. You could have been infected, and I can't risk letting that disease get loose again. Anyone leaving the facility needs to be treated with antibodies you're carrying. No exceptions. A long story short, I need as much of that cure as you can give me. Whatever you don't need for your client and yourself, you're gonna leave for me. You got access to your lab. Why can't you just whip up another batch yourself? After what you did here today, my equipment was shut to hell. What's more, it'll take too long. People will start dropping dead long before I can clone off another batch. Look, I'll give you everything that I have in the bank if you leave me all of the vials you don't need. Obviously, you can keep doses for yourself and your client. Hell, keep them for anyone else that you might be worried about too. There's enough to go around. All that I need you to do is leave whatever you don't need where you are standing. Do that, and I'll transfer you the new yen from my account. Oh, that one's definitely a conundrum. Still, let's at least confirm our suspicions. Why should I believe you? You haven't exactly proven yourself trustworthy. An explosion of breath crackles out of your comlink speakers. Look, I may have made questionable research decisions, but I haven't lied to you. So clear out your ears and hear what I'm saying. It would be a disaster of epic proportions if SARS-3 got loose in Hong Kong. We're talking a history book levels catastrophe. I don't know for sure that it'll happen, but I cannot chance it. You've got no reason to doubt my sincerity. Not about this. If the disease makes it out into the wild, I'll be at least partially responsible, and I do not want to be culpable for something like that. So it's in my best interest to make sure nobody down here is carrying it. So what's it gonna be? Will you trust me? First things first, let's hear those directions, Doc. The doctor describes in detail how to administer the antidote without tainting the solution. You promptly dose yourself according to her instructions. A few minutes later you feel lightheaded, but otherwise fine. Now that you've been treated, will you leave the remaining antidote in the sub-bay? Please do this for me. I know that I run a Sealab. I've got money, believe it. Give me the vials that you don't need, and you'll be a very rich man. Sure, you've got yourself a deal. I'll save the new yen wire. I'll have the new yen wire to you immediately. Thank you. I mean that. A measly 850 new yen, huh? The payout from this job better be worth it. Jomo nods as you approach, his expression stern. Had enough of kicking the hornets today. My radio sounds like a whole nest of them is after you. Let's get out of here, Jomo. Jomo redlines the submersible's throttle and you rocket away from the Shiawa's 11 record time. The orc remains glued to the sonar and inertial guidance readouts, constantly scanning for pursuit. Thankfully, nobody seems to be on your tail. Soon enough, you are ascending toward the impound yard, far from the dangers of a germ warfare lab. Back to the land of dour police, a leaking boat, and an unfriendly city. Home sweet home. And we also got us some more karma, which means we can boost our stats all the more. I am leaning towards improving our quickness, as well as dodge. So, if we do it like that... There we go. 5 quickness, 4 dodge. Good enough. Now, Let's see if we've got anything new on Shadowland. I do like reading those forum posts. And after that we can go on the secondary quest. Or side quest, excuse me. Mixing up my words a little bit tonight, but no big deal. Thread, Decker still looking for team. Experienced Decker still looking for team to run with. Potential for a longer team arrangement. I'm getting on by solo work, but I can't take on most jobs without a team. Seriously, anyone will do. Shenzhen Joe. Requirements. You must not take experimental stims during runs. You must not tamper with chemicals in secret labs. You must know how to properly operate a moped. You must listen to your Decker when your Decker says, I don't have control of that turret yet. You must have a good sense of humor. Optional. Hey, I'm with a group that could really use a Decker. My buddies are a straight salmon weapon specialist and I'm a chamois, follower of dog. Also, we're new to Shadowrunning, so would be grateful for your expertise and connections. Georgie Corgi. When you say you're new, how new? We know what it's like to be on the streets, pulling small heists, smashing and grabbing, surviving. We're used to steering clear of triad thugs, operating under their radar. We're from the walled city, see? You're from the walled city? As in you lived there until the riots? That was a really unlucky place for a long time. I'm just not sure. Come on, SJ. You think we might be unlucky? We're green, but we're not idiots. We know about you, about your team. People talk. Well, we're willing to take the chance. We believe that our luck has turned. Maybe your bad luck streak has broken too. Only one way to find out. Fine. I shouldn't be superstitious. We'll just find the right milk run to start with. You did review my list of requirements above, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a blast. Well, all the good luck to them. Hopefully. Pushpins. Hey all, I'm really freaked out. I live alone, in more or less my own custom-built panic room, real secure. Everything was normal when I went to bed last night, but this morning I found a threatening message on my bulletin board. Pinky swear. What kind of message? Oxfist. It was some kind of weird poem and it was written out in pushpins. It said, Shadowrunning Fink. I know what you did last night. Have a nice day. Jay. So, what the hell? I'd say you pissed off someone, mate. There's gonna be a simple explanation. Who's got it in for you? I'm curious who Jay could be. But what I really want to know is, what did you do last night? Crumpeteer. I was on a run, man. Nothing special. Can't talk about it, you know? Au contraire, Pinky swear. It's the key to the mystery. Who do you hit? Any megacorp could punch through your flimsy personal security system like a drunk orc with cyber fists opening birthday presents. Harbor Rat. What corporate names begin with J? Genraku? Jazz Technology? Ooh, JRJ International. You're an idiot, Crumpeteer. No corporation's going to track down a runner just to leave a nasty message in pushpins. No, this is a dark and highly personal vendetta. Phoenix Ascending. What are you betting on? And while you consider that, next up, police records. HKPF got me. Was getting booked in Tsim Sha Tsui when crazy shit went down. Massive hack, all records corrupted. Partner managed to toss a flashbang so we're bouncing, but I clutched the matrix connection to see what happened before backups restored. Sending, and we're out. Mr. Prowess. Fast thinking, Mr. P. Let's have a look, shall we? Nguyen K. What the? Who did this? All the profiles read like this. Newbie Eva Young was blamed for central bank thefts framed by informants. Yankee Noodle. Wait, that's me. This is the truth. I got set up, but no idea how. But the pig said everything. My face and video feeds, fingerprints, trace. I've had to stick to the shadows inside the shadows to keep out of lockup. Ooh, I bet I even know who sold me now. GNUI. But I resent being called a newbie. Hit the mark then, huh? These files are going to make us some interesting reading material. And finally, Icy Sasha's Vladivostok adventure. My special friend Icy Sasha has concocted some flaky new get-rich-quick scheme in Vladivostok. Don't be stingy, pull out that cred stick and back Sasha's Pay My Way campaign. Help fund this thing and we can get him out of HK for good. Panda Tax. Jeez, Panda Tax, that's not exactly a right-ringing endorsement. You do actually support Sasha, right? Happy Valley Girl. Sasha's my ex. Right. Okay, I guess I'm pitching in. Thanks, Panda Tax. We can't undo the past, but we can get me out of your life forever. Icy Sasha. You do have a way with words. Imagine paying people to get you out of your city. Something like that happened in the America post-Civil War. Believe it or not, that's how the country of Liberia came to be. Post the SARS 3 sample that you recovered for auction? No. We're gonna go and turn it in. Otherwise, that'd be just bad business. I believe we're speaking to the quartermaster over there. Yep. It was not good for the locals. Yep. Hey, Val, I got news about that friend of mine. You know, the one who was under the weather. He's been stabilized, thanks to you. Looks like he's gonna pull through. I held up mine of the bargain. Now it's your turn. Yeah, it is. Fair's fair, after all. He kicks one of the Duraplast crates with the side of his foot. You want something from my special stock? You just say the word. I'll get you all set up. Let's have a look at your special stock, by the way. Ooh, FN5C. This military machine pistol is known for its reliability and high rate of fire, but needs ranged combat 7. Ingram Supermac, the high-end submachine gun that serves both security and Shadowrunners. Spus 22, an assault shotgun that has a burst fire option. Also, Ares HVAR, which I'm guessing we already have. An Ares assault rifle that incorporates a high-velocity firing mechanism. No, high-velocity barrel. Its extreme rate of fire results in 2 additional attacks in burst and full auto. Barrett Model 121L. A heavy rifle used against armored targets. This model has had its integral silencer and smart link disabled. And this one, of course, comes with an integral smart link system. Pierces up to 3 armor. Anything else? No, thank you. See you later. Now, how about that secondary quest from Captain Jomo? Also, let's see what you're selling. Ooh. Ares Monosword. A sword with superline monofilament wire attached to the blade edges. Extremely sharp and unlikely to blunt. Centurion Laser Axe. Chinese War Sword. Racing Fulmination. Distant Storms Foretold, Ardent Phoenix, Hand-Forged Katana, Regular Axe, Regular Katana, Machete. As for the consumables, what do you have? Execute Assassin, Execute Attacker, Execute Exploder, Execute Shield. There's the Drugs, Jazz, Cram, HyperX, Bliss, Kamikaze, Toko, Nitro, Relaxin. Everything we've seen so far. And of course programs, which we don't need. Oh well, might as well get this over with. Take me to the Tigers then. For this one we're definitely taking Isobel, Gobbet, and Gaichu. Yep, Drugs. The drunken mistake screams over Kowloon Bay, cutting through grey weather and greyer waters. Around you, grim faces watch the skyline ahead as Jomo steers you towards Crate's headquarters, the Tiger's Den. Chu and Lam have assured you that if everything goes to plan, the run should be relatively low risk. Ample experience tells you that plans often go astray, and that low-risk Shadowruns rarely stay that way. But you also know that the reward for this run outweighs the risk. The incriminating data from the den's evidence room should be more than enough to bury Crate, expose her client, and cement your position with kindly Cheng forever. Jomo cuts the engines, and the drunken mistake drifts towards the station's loading dock. It's go time. Still using the thaumaturgic armor, same with the spells. Now Isabel is gonna take another advanced medkit just in case. Plus, where is it? I suppose a Cavalier frag grenade? No. Actually, Dock Wagon Gold trauma kit. Now, Gobbet, how about you take the Steyr Og for this one, as well as Mommy Spirit Talisman. Over here, right? Yeah, over here, and Knight Errant Flashbang Grenade. As for the spells, you got everything we need, so we're good to go. The wood of the dock feels comfortingly solid under your feet. Your stomach lurches away anyway, the legacy of a long, bumpy trip hidden under a tarp in Jomo's speedboat. The sound of water sloshing beneath your feet isn't helping. Remind me not to do that again. Seriously. Next time I'll swim if it comes to it. Captain Jomo barks out a laugh. Wouldn't recommend that, beautiful girl. Lots of sharks out there, both normal and awakened. Nastier things too. Any one of them would be all too happy to snap up a little thing like you. Sharks, huh? Isabel glances down at the water, frowning. We'll keep it in mind. I'll wait here with a boat. You come back to me when your business is done and I will take you home. He gestures at the uniformed constable in the distance. She nods slightly in response. You see her? That lady there, PC Cheng, is your contact. She can get you into the building. Figured as much. Be ready when we get back. We might need to leave in a hurry. Of course. Jomo knows how to play the getaway driver. He will do his part. He waves you away with a gnarled hand. Go on, radio police station. I will wait here with the drunken mistake and protect her from the advances of any swine who might try to impound her. He casts a longing look back at his speedboat. Don't leave us waiting too long, La. Jomo is possessed of many fine qualities, but patience is not one of them. Don't worry, we'll make this as fast as we can. Let's speak to our informant here, Constable Cheng. The constable beckons you forward nervously. She's doing her best to stay calm, but you can see that she is sweating. As you approach, her gaze keeps flitting back to the station door. You're here, right in time. Good. She brushes a strand of hair out of her eyes. I don't think I could have waited much longer. Constable Cheng glances past you, spotting Gai Chu. She pales, drawing back into a tight line. You brought a goddamn ghoul into a police station? What the hell is wrong with you? Gai Chu? I bring him everywhere. He's a good luck charm. It's true. We have had remarkably good luck getting into places where I should not be allowed. It has worked in the past. Cheng continues to eyeball you like you've sprouted a second head, the veins on her neck bulging. After a few tense moments, she exhales explosively. Fine, fine. But if you talk to anybody in there and things go south, it's on your head. Now, I've got a badge for you that should give you some access to the station floor, but if you draw attention to yourself or your cannibal friends there, I can't vouch for your safety. Be very careful about letting him be noticed. She reaches into one of her voluminous pockets and fishes out an object. A slip of plastic, slick and shiny, connected to an alligator clip. The word visitor is emblazoned on the front. Uh-huh. And this'll get me past security, I take it? It should. The integrated electronics will mark you as a friendly to the station's security system. If you try to enter the Tiger's Den without one of those clipped to you, automated systems would sound a general alarm. Every cop in the building would converge on your location. The only issue, these things are at the front gate and only after a thorough security check. Anyone who sees you will assume that you're supposed to be here. As long as you don't do anything to arouse suspicion, you should be fine. And this badge of yours, will it get us up to the second floor? Afraid not. I was able to get you the badges, but I don't work the security desk, and that's where you'd need to go to get access to the elevator. I'll tell you what though, the desk sergeant on duty, Sheng, is a friend. Tell him that you need to meet with Mia in admin to go over some paperwork and he'll upgrade your badge's clearance rating. I've seen him do it 100 times. Mia in admin, got it. Good, and I think that's everything. There aren't many constables in the building, just enough to keep the place running and make sure that the interrogation subjects don't escape. It should be pretty dead in there. What about automated security? Drones, turrets, that sort of thing? No drones. You've got nothing to worry about there. She pauses for a moment, considering. There are some turrets in the training room upstairs near the evidence room, but they're loaded with low-velocity rounds. They're strictly non-lethal. And besides, you shouldn't need to go anywhere near those rooms anyway. Well, we need to go into the evidence room, so I'll take your word for it. On the off chance that your cover gets blown early, you might have to shoot your way to the evidence room. But I don't much like the sound of that, but I know that it might happen. I'm gonna steer clear of the station until you and your pirate friend have cleared out. If you do wind up going loud, I don't want to catch a stray bullet. I don't blame you. If I could get out of this, I probably would. Yeah, well, it's a little late now, huh? She taps that code into the PDA on her wrist and you hear a buzzing sound. The door pops open. There you go. Get in there, and if you get caught, we've never met. One last question. Why are you doing this? Crate and her people, what they're doing is fucked. Everybody in the station knows it, but nobody wants to make waves. When Chu approached me, I saw my chance to do something, to be a good guy for a change. I figured that I owed this to myself to try. I know, totally cornball, right? Like some cliché out of an old movie. But I guess that I'm doing it anyway. Go ahead and take that for what you will. Now go on, do your job. Get Lam and Chu what they need to bring this place down. And good luck to you too. Helping myself to some new yen. A note here. And an evidence bag unsecured over here. What we have? Something interesting, I imagine. So, Ao Young, I need you to finish the following tasks before clocking out. I'm not gonna have a chance to. This is followed by a bullet-pointed list of bureaucratic notes. An evidence bag filled with SIM chips. The seal has been broken, indicating that it has been tampered with. Based on the paper insert, they're BTLs. And the last person to check the bag out is Constable Ah Young. I guess this is part of his tasks as well. Ah, there's the security desk. Acting natural. The desk sergeant looks up from a book of crossword puzzles, his nose wrinkling in irritation. A split second later, he sees Gai Chu. He peers closer and his eyes go wide as he realizes what he's seeing. Oh, it's a monster! Kill it! His hand immediately goes for the pistol on his hip and he starts to rise to his feet. Yeah, no kidding. I'm taking him to lockup. You know, for the bounty. The sergeant pauses, pistol halfway drawn. His voice is of a dubious monotone. Lockup? Bounty? Yeah, you know that the city has a standing bounty on ghouls, right? Yeah, but it's usually people bring him in dead. This one's moving. What, and drag a body around? Making him follow me is much easier. Yeah. Why the hell isn't he attacking you anyway? He seems awfully docile for a ghoul. Magic, of course. I'm simply controlling his actions. Watch, I'll make him bow. On cue, Gai Chu steps forward and bows stiffly to the sergeant. Huh. The desk sergeant glances between the two of you and then shrugs. That's pretty clever, I gotta say. The sergeant stares at you for a few more seconds before he lifts an oversized hand scanner to your chest and sweeps a beam of laser light over the barcode on your visitor badge. What can I do for you, Mr. His gaze shifts to the screen of his PDA. He reads the name that his scan pulled off of your badge. Mr. Weber? Good evening, Sergeant Sheng? He shakes his head briskly. Afraid not. Shift change. Sheng's on a smoke break. So, you want something or what? I'm supposed to head up to the sec... You got a second to answer a question? You just asked me one, didn't you? He glares at you, frowning. Look, this isn't a help desk, but you've already pulled me away from what I was doing, so go ahead and ask what you want. Anything strange been going on around the station lately? Anything strange? What do you mean by that? You know, suspicious behavior, people acting cages, that sort of thing. The only suspicious behavior I've seen around the station is what I'm seeing from you right now. Just answer the question, will you? It's important. Important? Why? The desk sergeant's cheeks begin to redden. Who do you think you are, questioning the cop about what happens at the station? Okay, you caught me. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm here following rumors of wrongdoing on the upper levels. The anger on his face drains away. Awareness replaces it. A journalist. In here. Give me the name of the constable that let you in here. Do it, right now. Mia and Edmund? Right. I'll tell you what. You turn yourself around and march back to security or I'll call them here for you. Do it now, or there's gonna be trouble. No need for that, Sergeant. I'm going. He stares at you for a long moment, then turns back to his puzzle, shaking his head. Go on then, and don't bother me again. As the desk sergeant retreats to the other side of the desk with his puzzle, Gobbet lowers her voice to a whisper. That could have gone better. Still, we weren't able to talk to the guy. Nobody sounded any alarm bells. That's a good sign. Absolutely. Nobody's shooting at us yet, so we still got options. Perhaps we should explore a little and see what there is to see. With luck, we will find another way up without going loud. It is your call. I will back you, whatever you choose to do. Well, we do have another option. We can go into lockup, I suppose, or alternatively, we pretend to be helping out. What was the guy's name? Young. But let's speak to the lockup guard first. Also, just so we aren't completely sure, then again, the autosave won't take us too far back. I don't think so. The door guard eyes you warily as you approach. She looks jittery and alert. A wastepaper basket at her side has been filled to overflowing with styrofoam coffee cups and crumpled cigarette packets. Sorry, I can't let you through here. The holding cells are off limits to visitors. The guard gestures towards Gai Chu, her expression wary. Also, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you've got a ghoul with you. Don't be silly. What kind of idiot would lead a ghoul into a police station? I was at a costume party half an hour ago. I haven't had time to change yet. The guard regards Gai Chu with some suspicion, then shrugs. Pretty good makeup. If you weren't talking, I'd think that maybe we should lock you up. But everybody knows that ghouls can't talk. They're animals, after all. So anyway, what can I do for you? I've been retained as legal counsel for one of your detainees. I'm here to see my client. She examines you, a skeptical look on her face. You aren't dressed like a lawyer. I'm a private citizen. How I dress is my own business. Of course it is. I was just making an observation. So, who was your client again? My PDA is on the fritz. Show me the list, then I'll point him out. She glances agitatedly at her PDA again. Her foot begins tapping. That isn't how it works. You have to tell me... I can drag this out forever if you want, or you can show me the damned list and get me out of your hair. Your call. She sighs through her clenched teeth and points you to a display on the wall. 3 names appear listed on the screen. Shoremaker Rowan, Cobbs. Raul Tashiro Nobu. Nobu Tashiro. His family paid to retain my services. Alright then, go on in, and be quick about it. And whatever you do, don't rile up the other prisoners. Yeah, no promises. There he is. The prisoner in the cell smiles at you with a mouthful of gleaming white teeth. He steps forward and presses his face to the bars. You don't look like a cop. He sniffs the air, his nostrils flaring. Don't smell like one either. So what are you doing here? I'm here on a job. Wanna guess what kind? I can recognize a runner when I see one. The way that you carry yourself tells me everything I need to know. What are you in for? A bunch of things. I run the shadows for a living. You know the kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. But here's the thing. None of it is my fault. I'm the victim here. Go on. The real villains here are the Triads. They are the reason why I started running in the shadows at all. Specifically the fucking Yellow Lotus. I was a fighter. A good one. Made good money. Had a stable of fans. I was making my way up in the world. Then some pointy-headed Red Pole sent his goons after me. He wanted me to throw a fight. Nobu fucking Tashiro does not throw fights. I told them to get bent, and when we stepped into the ring, I beat their boy into paste. Been on the run ever since. It was brave of you to resist them. Not many fighters would have done that. Yeah, well, I wasn't about to let myself get pushed around. Not me, man. Not ever. He pounds his chest with a closed fist. I'm nobody's puppet. I've still got my pride. Well, gotta go for now. Wait, hold up. You gotta get me out of here. Yeah, and why would I need to do that, huh? Because I said so, that's why. Now give me a damn badge. I gotta count. Later, Nobu. It's been a pleasure. He slams the cage with both hands. You'd better hope and pray that you never wind up in here with me, shitbird. I'll crack your skull open with my teeth. Calm yourself down. Now, sure, Maker. The prisoner in this cell is twitching. His entire body seems to vibrate with barely contained energy. An acrid chemical smell hangs off of him like a cloud, some sort of aerosolized synthetic drug, most likely. Just being near the man is enough to make your heart start hammering in your chest. I have seen it. He gesticulates wildly, stomping his feet and thrusting his hands at the sky. I've seen what lies above. I'm surprised the cops didn't hose you down, man. What kind of drugs are you taking? I can't say. It was my doing. Not my doing. He lurches forward and slaps both palms onto his cell door. I was working, on a job, running the shadows. My target, he dosed me, sprayed me with a sticky resin from a can, and then the world unfolded before my eyes. Uh-huh. So I take it that's when you saw what lies above. Yes? Yes! The madman rattles his cage door. I sent it to the heavens. I saw. From where I perched, I could look down upon them all. How interesting. Tell me more. He lowers his voice to a whisper. They pulled me down from my rightful place. The place that I discovered. They foiled my ascendancy and locked me in a cage. But if you deliver me salvation, I can show you how to ascend as well. Let me guess. You need me to get you more of whatever it is what you're on. Something erratic about your words seems to calm him. The erratic, jittery quality of the voice smooths itself out. That would work. Or cram, or jazz. Any kind of stimulant should keep up the high rolling. Can you hook a man up? Sorry, I've got nothing. A shame, my friend. A dismal shame. Please come back to me if you find my salvation. Any kind of stimulant will do. And no downers. Quaaludes give me hives. Yep, there it is. Shoremaker Rovin. Tashiro Nobu, and finally, Raul Cobbs. A disheveled-looking man in a ripped shirt and jacket lurches forward toward his cell door at your approach. He reeks of stale sweat and pepper spray. You've gotta get me out of here. Please, please, please get me out of the cell. He clutches the bars on his cell door, his knuckles whitening as his grip tightens. I can't go to prison. What are you in for? A misunderstanding, that's all it was. I didn't do anything wrong. The shot Bill Cosby used? I've no idea, since I haven't been following the Cosby case very closely. What kind of misunderstanding are we talking about? I was just making a little money. What's wrong with that? I'll tell you what, nothing. He pounds the wall of his cell with an open palm. But the powers that be can't stand free enterprise, and so they had their goon squad lock me away. Hong Kong is called the Free Enterprise Zone. It's right there in the name. Oh, come on, you can't be that naive. The Executive Council is pro-business as long as it's their business. But if the little guy wants to get a taste, well... He rattles the bars of the door again. Look at what happens. They have you arrested for crimes that they're all guilty of 100 times over. They seize your business, they put you away. You still haven't told me what you actually did. I produced entertainment content. Blood sports, mostly. Street brawls, stroll and roll, bare-knuckle fights, drunks pounding each other into the dirt for laughs. Nothing any worse than you can see on Urban Brawl any given Sunday. But I'm a little fish, not a big player like Horizon. So I get targeted by the corps, because if there is one thing they hate, it's competition. And now, I'm locked in here. He pauses for a moment, and his grip on the bars tightens. The evidence that they gathered from me, it's probably here at the station. Maybe on a desk somewhere, or a table. I overheard some of the cops talking out there. It doesn't go into the evidence room until they have finished writing up their paperwork. If you could find it for me, bring it back here and destroy it in front of me, you know, so that I can be sure it's gone, I'll pay you handsomely. I mean, without evidence, they'd have to let me go, right? I'll give you 1,000 new yen for the stick. I'll bet for 5 minutes work. You've got a deal. Describe what I'm looking for. It's just a generic data stick. Think as a red plastic case with a black spiral pattern on it. And it'll be sealed in an evidence bag. If you bring it to me and destroy it, and I'll make it worth your while. Sounds simple enough. Okay, you've got to be quiet about this. If you start shooting up the place, they'll lock things down, and I can't have that. I also need you to keep the stick in the evidence bag until you destroy it in front of me. Don't mess with it. Just bring me the whole package. I've got to know that the stick has been destroyed, and that there haven't been any copies made. If you do all that, you'll get your money, and I'll get my freedom. Everybody goes home happy. I'll be back with a stick. Find the evidence for the businessman. Now, Nobu, keep walking, man. If you can't bust me out of here, you're wasting my time. I'll see about that, don't you worry. Knock, knock. Anyone in the office? Room service. It only takes you a moment to size up what's happening in this room. A bound suspect handcuffed to a chair, doubled over and leaning forward. A red-faced, sweating HKP of constable standing over him, his hands bunched into fists. I don't know who you are, but you'd better close that fucking door. The constable slams his fist into the bound man's stomach. Shut it now! The suspect's voice comes out in a ragged gasp. He's fighting for air. Help me! I haven't been charged with anything. He's just beating... The constable's fist pistons out again, this time connecting with the bound man's side. You hear the gut-shot crack of snapping ribs. Shut the damn door! Hold up, let's talk this over. The constable's jaw clenches and he turns to face you, all trembling fury. His lip curls. You step back out of the door right now, or I'll get you a chair of your own. You hear me, punk? Back off! Sorry, man, you're on your own. No. We don't want to attract attention just yet, so you're on your own. As soon as you've stepped away, the constable punches a button on his desk terminal. The door slides shut with a click. We can't blow our cover just yet. There's the card reader. A couple of enforcers by its side. What do we have here? HKPF data analyst. The constable frowns up at a quartet of wall-mounted displays, each overflowing with spreadsheets and video feeds. The foreground of each display is dominated by a survey of warning pop-ups and matrix-related error messages. The troll rattles off a command on her keypad. A moment later, a chiming sound rings out and another half-dozen error messages open on each of the displays. Shaking her head, the troll turns away from the displays to face you. She stops dead in her tracks when her eyes land on Gaichu. She speaks to you in a slow, dread-filled voice. I don't know who you are, but you need to listen to me. There is a ghoul, and it is right behind you. Oh, him? Don't be silly, he's not a ghoul. What? Your fled denial of the plainly obvious appears to have caught the constable off guard. He's grey, and he's got pointy teeth and sharp claws, and he's got those milky white eyes. How could he not be a ghoul? I am merely a ghoul enthusiast, madam. I admire the creatures, scavengers who devour and dispose of the refuse left by mankind. This is merely a cosmetic modification, an expensive one at that. She looks between the two of you, dumbfounded. Eventually, she manages to croak out a sentence. Like a costume? But why? Performance art. It forces the viewer to think about their place in the world. She just shakes her head in bewilderment. You people are weird as hell. Anyway, I'm on a tight deadline. If you're not here on business, you need to clear out of this room and let me work. We've heard that your terminal was experiencing technical issues. Isn't that right, Iz? Oh yeah, that's what they told us, all right. Yeah, but you don't look like one of our regular techs. We're not regular techs, we're better, outside contractors, get it? Just stay out of our way and we'll have your machine fixed in no time. She looks you up and down, a half frown on her face. That's strange. I didn't hear anything about contractors coming in. Look, I could come back with a signed work order, or I could just fix the damn thing and get out of your hair. Your call. Okay then, you win. Go ahead and fix it. She crosses her burly arms over her chest. I'll stay right here to make sure that you do a good job. Are you sure? It's probably gonna be pretty boring. This isn't exactly a spectator sport. Positive. I'm the one who's ultimately responsible for this terminal. If you do something to break it, that's on me. Besides, if you do manage to fix it, I should be here to see how you did it. That way, I'll be able to take care of it myself next time. There's gonna be some trial and error involved in this. Might take a while. She stares at you for a long moment and sighs. Yeah, alright. Using my yearly beer on this stream. Is it a good thing or a bad one? I hope it's a good one. How long are we talking? I can't say yet, but if you clear out and let us get to it, it'll go a lot faster. Go get a soy cap or something. She turns to go. Okay, just try to be as quick as you can, okay? Ah, the good stuff. That's nice to hear. Time to jack it in. And let's see if we'll have anything interesting in here. Huh, mail archive. That's already something. Go. Mail archive. This data node contains the file records of internal communications between the station's data analysis and matrix security departments. A recent chat exchange flagged urgent jumps out at you. Read the chat log. Hey, could you hook me up with matrix-based access to the infirmary and the armory? I'm sick of using the biometric locks, they take forever. Vincent Mui, data analyst. You know the regs, Mui. We use the biometrics for a reason. Amber Ma, matrix security specialist. Oh, come on. Everybody knows that you matrix security guys bypass the biometrics all the time. Hell, I've watched Shui go waltzing into the infirmary with the weight of her PDA. No retinal scan, no thumb on the reader, nothing. So what's it gonna hurt for one guy from data analysis do the same? You know me, I'm at least as trustworthy as Shiu, security clearance or no. I'll let you drive my 4577-6 Ti. Deal. The codes are attached to this chat. That's what I love about you, Ma. You can always be counted on to listen to reason. Save it. I'm going to do indecent things to that beautiful ride of yours when we get it out on the track. Oh, and Mui, for the love of all that is holy, delete this chat log. Nobody can know that I did this for you. The chat log comes to an end. It's a simple matter to pull the attached matrix access codes and download them to your PDA. Thank you. Please come again. Huh? Uh-huh. What do we have here? A little bit of uninvited guests, but nothing we cannot handle, right? Of course. Especially if we delete them with one fell stroke. Yep, come a little closer, thank you. Tar blaster on your ass. And killer. 59% chance, but very nice. Aha. Well, that's not very nice of you, so 1 shot, 2 shot, and 3 shot. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, will this one continue forward? Yep. So just follow in the footsteps. What we have here, first floor cameras. Gotta leave before Europe finds your stash. Too late, buddy old pal. That one. There's the first floor cameras to deal with. First floor cameras hacked. Next we have, ooh, communications hub. Do you see? Let's give this a try again. There we go. So, what do you have for me, Communications Hub? This node controls the flow of communications between the different levels of the Tiger's Den. Severing the connection is as simple as flipping a few switches. Digging deeper, you find old administrative subroutines buried inside the node. You could use these to upgrade your clearance rating in the station's security system if you wanted to. Why not? Upgrade the security rating of your visitor badge to grant elevator access. And that's one way that we have done it. Ooh, you've done it now, Harry Potter. You've done it now. But let's root around a little more and see if we can find any other details that we might have missed. Although at the first glance I don't see anything else. Yeah, still caught me, huh? A horrible little thing. Guess I'll be dealing with you accordingly. Yep, explore every nook. But as it stands, I don't see anything else. So that was just mail, first floor cameras, and and the communications hub. So we can log off. We can still look around, I think. Oh, and before we go any further, let's actually save over here. Just so that we are not rolled back too far away when the shooting starts. What do we have here? This shelf sags under the weight of the assorted papers, folders, and trinkets that have been stacked on top of it. Search the shelf. You set about rummaging through the shelf's contents, lifting mountains of paperwork, flipping through the file folders, repositioning awards and plastic collectibles. Tucked away in one of the folders you find an old cred stick. It looks well worn. The thing has seen a lot of use. After tipping a mug of office supplies, you see the red and black data stick that Raoul Cobbs was looking for. It rests in a sealed evidence bag, just like he said it would. Open it, pocket it without breaking a seal on the evidence bag. You slip the evidence into your pocket and step away. Let's honor this deal. Oh, and I got us a pittance of 71 yen. New yen, excuse me. Gotta keep it consistent, gotta keep it fresh. Now, Raoul. Yep, got it right here. And the evidence bag is still sealed too, just like I asked you. A smile begins to creep across his face. He nods eagerly. Good, 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 good. Now I want you to destroy that fucking thing, bag and all. Burn it up and be thorough. That, as they say, is that. He lets out a heavy sigh and his shoulders slump. He wipes his forehead with the back of his hand. Man, what a relief. Thank you so much for doing that. Now hold your PDA up to the bars and I'll wire you the money from my account. 1,000 new yen. Pleasure doing business. What are you talking about? I've never seen you before in my life. Noble, you holding up there? And you, Rowan? Okay then. You want drugs, right? Because maybe I could get you some drugs. Not yet though, we need flash. Remember, no fiber. Or what, you gotta get bad withdrawals? You hopefully not get bad withdrawals. And what's behind door number 3? Oh, a gym. And some practicing equipment. That's good for if we had Raktor with us to send him up in there. But we can be on our way now. The elevator's access panel is simple in design. A chamfered box of hand-anodized aluminium outfitted with a card reader and a set of inset speakers. There is no screen to look at, no button to press. The card reader is the panel's only input. Swipe the pass through the card reader. The light above the elevator flashes green and a happy tone chimes out in front of the access panel speakers. Looks like you're cleared to go up. Remember, while you're up there, you need to stick to the areas that you've been granted access to, no further. You bet. We of course are gonna do that. For as long as possible. Stepping into the hallway of the administrative level is like walking into an entirely different environment. It's much cooler in here, and the burnt soy calf odor of the recycled air down below is nowhere to be found. The elevator doors slide shut soundlessly behind you. A moment later, you hear the spring click of maglocks spinning shut. So far, so good. Didn't expect we'd make it up here without setting off any alarms. That said, things are probably gonna get a lot rougher from here on out. Five will get you 10 that it's only a matter of time before we have to go loud. Oh, ye of little faith. I can talk my way out of anything. Guy Chu answers with a non-committal grunt. Lead on. I'll be right behind you. Guy Chu hungers for battle. Hopefully we'll disappoint him today. Another card reader. Looks like we are locked out for now, so... A burly constable glances up from his terminal with a look of bewilderment on his face. The surprise quickly turns to annoyance and his lips crease into a deep frown. He clears his throat and his colleagues lower their hands to their weapons. You should not be here. This area is off limits to non-HKPF personnel. Look, man, I don't know what your deal is, but I'm here to talk with Mia. His brow furrows. In admin? Damn right. A few seconds pass. Finally, the constable half shrugs and jerks his thumb back over his shoulder. Soon as I open the door to you, you'll want to proceed through there. Mia's office is that way. Through there. Last door on the left. If you hit evidence lockup, you've gone too far. Don't go anywhere you haven't been cleared to, and don't make me regret not sending a constable to escort you. Thank you. A non-committal grunt is the only answer you get. The constables are returned to their attention to their terminals. Last door to the left, huh? We'll see about that in a second. I bet we can find some flash in here. This panel controls the door to the evidence room. It's a simple thing, little more than a featureless box with a red-green LED and a rocker switch. Unlock the door. You flip the rocker switch and the LED glows green. The door unlatches itself and slowly rolls open. This is it, I guess. Moment of truth. Let's get in there, find the evidence, and get the hell out of here. Stay cool. We got this. There's the drugs. A dose of Tocco. Bit of new yen here and there. 118. 1000. Not bad. Cram. And what's this box? Project Files. Project Zeta. No relation to something else, which also starts with Zeta. The terminal comes alive at your approach, its display filling you with ghostly amber text. Hong Kong Police Force Departmental Evidence Database, Aberdeen Station. Press any key to begin. I guess that this is it. Whatever evidence Chu and Lam are looking for, it's gotta be in there. Go on, Val. Search for something. Departmental Evidence Database. Database search. Please enter search item. Let's start with Project Zeta. Nothing, huh? Okay. What else are we looking for then? How about Young? Or maybe all caps Zeta? No. I think I get that one right. Please don't make a sequel to it. No promises. Oh, Ow Young. Alright, let's try crate. There we go. Searching for term crate. File not found. Volume and C drive has no label. 0 files, 0 directories. Wait a second. What the fuck? It's blank. There is nothing in this terminal. No files, no evidence, nothing. Looks that way. Someone must have known we were coming. That's it. We've got to cut and run and we need to do it now. Agreed. We're out of here. Oh, I should have known. Chewie recalls in surprise at the sight of you. Val, you're alive! What the hell is going on here? The run is screwed. There is no evidence in that room. Nothing. There isn't... Fuck. What the hell are you two doing here, Chewie? You said that you wouldn't come in unless we were dead. Your body cam went dark and your condition monitor flatlined. We thought that you were dead. Someone is playing with us. Not just you, but me and Lam. And that means that they know about the task force. Wait, Chew, we don't know... Yes, we do, Lam. Wake up, we're in trouble here. Ready your weapons, Val. We're being fucked. Yes, Chew. You are. What the... Strange energies arc up from the ground, taking the wind from your lungs and the strength from your legs. You crash to the floor like a sack of bricks, the impact sending bolts of pain from your knees up through your spine. Out of your peripheral vision, you see Senior Inspector Chu go down, her lips curled back in agony. Your world dissolves into a sea of pain. Lam glances down at you, frowning. Sorry about this, Mr. Chernikov. If there were another way, I would have taken it. You know how it is. Nothing personal. He turns to Senior Inspector Chu, a hint of a frown tugged at the corners of his mouth. He looks into her staring eyes, reads the outrage and betrayal in her face, and sighs. Believe it or not, I'm not going to do this to hurt you either. Hell, I'm trying to fix things, but you're in too deep with Mitsuhama to see that. I could try to explain it forever, but you'd never understand. He turns away, peering down the darkened hallway ahead of you. You can come out now, Wallace. It worked. A group of mages, cowled and armored, step forward from the shadows. Each is decked out in the colors and regalia of the Special Duties Unit. The man in the center of the pack pulls back his hood, revealing the familiar pock-marked face. The face of the mage who interrogated you back when all of this began. Of course, it worked. Of course it worked. It was my plan. He sneers down at Chu. And there she is, the company woman herself. Got anything to say for yourself, Chu? Any more edicts from Mitsuhama to deliver? The scintillating energy that wraps around Chu's body tightens and intensifies, holding her fast. She doesn't make a sound. His lips curl into a smug grin. Didn't think so. Lam frowns at the mage. Quit gloating, Ku. I brought her here because she's a threat to what we're trying to accomplish, but she's still worthy of respect. Did Crate fill you in on what happens next? He rolls his eyes. Of course she did. We strip everything that Mitsuhama and the Executive Council's task force know about our operation from Chu's mind via magical interrogation. Then she suffers an accident. He nods his head at you. And your pet Shadowrunner takes the fall for it. Okay, that sounds about right. Crate also said that the pock-marked mage butts in, cutting him off. Remember who you're talking to, Golden Boy? I recruited you into this organization. I don't need instructions from you. Try to speak. You struggle to open your mouth and cry out, to yell, to scream. The muscles on your jaw refuse to cooperate. The crackling red glow from the floor flares up and intensifies, pulsating like a living thing. Ku jerks his head in your direction. Look, the poor fool is trying to move. We've ensnared your essence, asshole. You belong to us now. Don't try to fight it, Val. You'll only hurt yourself. We all know what has to happen here, but there is no reason why it can't be quick and painless. Just look at Fiona. She isn't struggling. She's accepted it. As Ku stares at Chu, the smile on his face slowly dies. A look of confusion replaces it. He takes a hesitant step forward, staring. What? Has something gone wrong? What is it? Your partner. I can't read her aura at all. The frown deepens. It's strange. It's like there's nothing there. He turns to look at her, blinking. What are you saying? How can she have no aura? You feel the heat welling around yourself before you can see the coalescing energy. It hits you like the exhaust from a blast furnace. And then, all at once, Chu begins to move and the energy that ties you down evaporates. Nice. Well, time to bust you all down, sexual style. Guy Chu, that's what you're here for. Time to rock and roll. Also, sorry about that. Sorry. The last of the mages tumbles to the ground, crashing into the linoleum in a bloody heap. Chu glows down at Lam, her expression clouded with betrayal. I didn't think it'd be you, Lam. Her voice is like a snarl of a wounded animal, full of rage and injured pride. Ku's betrayal doesn't surprise me, but you had me fooled. Lam stares up at Chu, wide-eyed and unblinking. The entire left hand of his torso is charred, carbonized. The synthetic fibers of his suit have melted and fused with the burned flesh, causing the wounds to look disturbingly slick. He doesn't scream. He just stares. I guess he's in shock. Yep. How? It's all that he's able to croak out. His voice is weak, but you don't detect any pain in it. Just confusion. My man is putting on his best Gus Fring impression right after that last chance to look at Hector. Chu fishes an object from under the neck of her blouse. A slender talisman on a silver chain. A gift from Mitsuhama Corporate. It provides protection, but more importantly, it masks my aura. Keeps treacherous little fucks like you from learning what they're up against until it's too late. Damn it, Chu, slow down and tell me what's going on. Lam just tried to betray us. He is with Crate and her people on their employer's payroll, and he has only just begun to learn what a horrible mistake he's made. Lam struggles to rise to his feet, but his body won't cooperate. Lightning-seared flesh cracks open with the movement, and he finally begins to scream. Oh, and it is too late for you, Lam. There's no scenario where you get out of this room alive. She touches thumb and forefinger to her temple and closes her eyes. But before you die, I'm going to go dig it in your memories. You should really be conscious for this, but we're running short on time. You were the mage that I couldn't see. You tore up my mind while I was passed out. She growls out an answer without opening her eyes. Later, I'm busy. Lam's screams intensify, growing in volume and pitch. Blood streams from his nostrils and he begins beating his head against the ground. Chu closes the fingers of her left hand into a fist and the dying man's muscles seize. For a torturous second, his back arches up off the floor and then he goes limp. She opens her eyes, takes a deep breath. Son of a bitch. You want to tell me what's going on, Chu? We aren't all mind readers. We need to get moving. There's nothing in the evidence locker, just like you said, and Lam knew that there wouldn't be from the beginning. This mission was over before it started. He was on Krait's payroll, right? Maybe his PDA has some answers. Good thought. Grab it and we'll check it if we make it out of here. She tucks her pendant back under her blouse. The chain that holds it glistens like quicksilver on her skin. Between the PDA and what I pulled from Lam, we may find some answers after all. You said that you were busy earlier. You aren't anymore, so talk. You were my second interrogator, weren't you? Yeah. Look, Val, I had to scan you myself. I'm sorry that it hurt, but I couldn't trust the intel that Ku was feeding me. I did what I had to do. That's the truth. Take it or leave it. True enough, I suppose. Can't fault you for being thorough. Spoken like a professional. You get it. It's just a job. Nothing personal. Now, we really need to pool our resources and work together to get out of here. It's the only way we're gonna make it out alive. You're right. But after we get out of here, we're gonna have words. Whatever you say. She points at the door to the command center that you walk through on your way in. That way, through the command center. That's our way out. We need to find our way out of there and back to Captain Jomo, and we have to do it before the SDU corners us. Don't forget the PDA. And now we can get out of here. Chu types a rapid-fire series of commands into the terminal's keypad. A moment later, the system's ring of integrated holoprojectors hum to life, and a shimmering column of light appears over the machine. Mitsuhama command codes still work. I've taken the system out of standby mode and powered everything back up on this floor. Let's see what we're up against. As Chu's fingers fly over the keyboard, a cascade of information flows into the holodisplay. Countless windows, charts, and spreadsheets blossom into existence like ephemeral, ghostly flowers, hovering for a few seconds before winking away. The senior inspector's gaze flits from window to window, and the confidence on her face slowly dies. Well, that inspires confidence. She pulls back, her cheeks slowly draining of color. Oh shit. The SDR are on their way right now, aren't they? They've already surrounded the building. All of the land exits are covered and an HDR team is inbound to root us out. The bastards also have boats coming in to cover the harbor. I don't have an ETA on that, but they'll be here soon. As Tychus Findlay once put it, multiple bogeys detected. ETA? Right the hell now. Getting back to Jomo is sounding pretty good to me right now. Please tell me that you've got an exit strategy. Working on it. They've denied us access to every conceivable route off of this level, but it might be able to bypass one of the lower security locks. Her fingers fly over the keyboard and the menus on the holodisplay flicker and whirl. Yeah, that should work. There's a flight of stairs around back. I'll take it. It'll take us all the way down to the motor pool. I can try to force the lock, but it's gonna take time. She slams her fist into the keyboard. Fuck! I've been booted from the system. Did he get us access to the stairs? No, I'll have to find the panel and do it manually. Listen, Val, I was able to unlock the main door to this command center, but it won't stay that way for long. On-site security initiated a protocol to seal us in here just before they booted me. We've got a couple of minutes, maybe less, before the locks re-engage and we wind up trapped in here. And then we're fish in a barrel. Right, we'd better clear out. I was able to open a matrix port in this terminal. There might be something in there that can help us. If you want to search the system, it might be worth the risk. Otherwise, we should clear out of this room before we get sealed inside. Iz, you're up. Hit their systems while we hold down the fort in here, but don't take long. She begins unslinging her cyber deck from her shoulder. Don't worry about me, I'm on it. There are a couple of training rooms with powered down turrets on either side of the doorway just beyond this room. Might be a decent place to make a stand, especially if you can get those guns up and running again. After we've handled whatever hostile Scrate throws at us, I'll crack the door and get that staircase open. We'll climb down to the motor pool, and from there we can make our way back to Jomo on foot. Works for me. Let's do this. You hear a loud crash down the hall, followed by the thunderous clamor of heavy footsteps. Armored troops approaching from your front and sides. Chu hooks her hands into a spellcasting posture. Get ready, Val. Here they come. Activate the training courses, get clear of the command center before it's sealed. Eliminate the SDU reinforcements, jack into the command center matrix. 5 rounds until we're sealed. Iz, get to it now. Medical, armory. I don't think we're gonna need that, so might as well start cracking. Oh, SDU Shock Ripper, SDU Guard, SDU Combat Mage. Yep, time to snooze it or lose it. And that's precisely what I'm going to do. Especially with you, big boy. Consider your armor privileges stripped, and you finding yourself in a precarious position. And over here. I'll take it. As for you, Guy Chu, I think you can get over here and let them come for you. Now, as for you, Inspector, what do you got? Oh, we also have Chain Lightning too. And Ball Lightning too. Very nice. We'll make a good team. What else do you got? Dual Lane 3. Increases the target's hit chance by 12 to 18% and the caster's hit chance by 8%. Does not stack nor affect AoE abilities. Dispel Magic. Deflect 3 and Heal Wound 2. All very good spells. Now, what can you glean from this one? As soon as we're done with these. Already accessible at panel with PDA. Those gotta be the armory and medical. Deploy assassin. Shift here. And hit him with erosion. 89% chances. Come on, you gotta do better than that. Take a book out of your assassin. 96% chance. See? What was that other one? Killer. Should be good. Killer Queen, I'd say, if I were a JoJo fan. I am not. So you're stuck with me for the duration of this program. I'll make it worth your while, believe me on that one. Wonderful. Anything in here? Yeah, medical access and armory access, already accessible at panel with the PDA. So that was a bit of a waste of time. Gotta move up. Hit the next portal, there's gotta be the next one. I just took the first door and that was an incorrect choice. Fine, I'm gonna deal with you personally, if you insist. You pesky bugger. I will melt you away. Right, up next, this portal. Don't give me ideas, I will suggest to watch along. Oh, sure, I'll believe you on that one. Where were I? Right. Shock trooper will be dealt with immediately. However, first of all, 33% chance, but no buts. That means, Gaichu, you are gonna go up in there. Tear off some faces. Come on. There we go. Gobet. If you will. Thank you. You're a sweetheart as always. Now, Inspector Chu. How far can you run to deal with, to activate those turrets? Because I do hear more coming. Yep, there they are. But they are just in the place where I need them to be. Now, Isabel. Where were we? Aha! One more. Not yet. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. What do we have here? Camera 1, secure floor, and motor pool charging system. Let's start with the motor pool. Motor pool charging system password done. Camera 1 secure floor. Let's have some fun in here too while we're at it. Was it that one? No. Yeah, this one. Wonderful. Camera 1 secure floor. Might as well. Nothing over here, so we can hit the third portal. Just be quick about it. As the mages say, time is mana. Then again, there is no concept of mana in here, it's all timers. We're not sticking around here any longer. Time to motor. We get 3 turns. And there's more turrets in here. More baddies all around. SDU captain, and a conjurer, and guard, another captain, and another combat mage. We're gonna finish these off. It shouldn't be too hard, I'm thinking. Just gonna do it like so. Now, Gobbet, can you perhaps move up a little closer? Cast aim on yourself. And try to nail down that combat mage. Can you? You can, but that unfortunately was not enough. However, guide you, if you please. Thank you kindly. Now go and activate those turrets. The control terminal for the south training room winks on. Activate the turrets and order them to attack hostile targets. Safety interlocks may be disengaged via local matrix access. Activate the automated smoke launcher system too. Launcher system online. Very good. Now say hello to that conjurer for me as well. And Inspector, I'd like you to join in on the festivities. Especially if we buff each other. Like that. You'll love to see it. And... very nice. Oof. Another shock trooper coming in. Now this one will be a bitch to break into. If we choose to go through with that one. At any rate, we can just allow them to come closer to us. And the turrets will at least give us something to remember them by. Now, Isabel, my dear. How are you feeling on this front? I'm thinking we're feeling fine. I'd even say we are feeling good. Especially with these maneuvers. Now, 70% chance. That's what I want to see. Scorched Earth. Or scorched cyberspace in this case, I suppose. We can't deal with you two. Never mind the system trace. That is dealable. Especially with crits like these. 69% chance, baby. And we do it. Now do it again. Wonderful. Now, can you please come a little closer? Otherwise I will be disappointed. You won't? Fine, I suppose we're just gonna blast you with the Tar Blaster. And move a little closer ourselves. Maybe even hit you with an erosion, if we're lucky. And we're lucky. Now, as mentioned, close the distance. Time for you to hit the sec, understandable. Hopefully you'll be able to catch up with the VOD a little later. A good one, thank you. You too. Now, this might be a little counterintuitive, but I'm going to stand in the middle of it all and give myself some more buffs with Eagle Totem. We're gonna do it like so. There was a little bit of a miss, but we can power it through. Can't do ball lightning for now, so what was it? Chain shot? No, I think I can go for a dead-eye shot. And the regular single shot. That's a miss, unfortunately. At least the Grenadiers don't discriminate. That is also very good to see. I'm not a fan of is your ridiculous shield. Where was I? Right, wreaking havoc. And getting into systems. We got 2 turns to get out of the command center, so we better scramble. There we go, that's the one. And training course control overrides. This node governs the weapon systems in the station's training rooms. A field of glowing text materializes before your eyes, taking the form of a standard menu screen. Training room calibration system admin access, smoke launcher calibration, turret safety interlocks. Smoke system calibration subnode. It looks as though the smoke system was originally designed as a station for station defense and later repurposed into a trading tool. Surprisingly, the old station defense protocols were never deleted. Instead, they lie dormant, buried under a mountain of spaghetti code and developer comments. It wouldn't take much to disable the safety overrides and eject the smoke grenades. In theory, you could even manually load the launchers with any kind of grenade you liked. Activate protocols. Non-lethal ordnance ejected. Warning, no ammunition loaded. Manual reload required. And turret safety interlocks subnode. The turrets in the training rooms have been rigged to fire live ammunition at an artificially reduced velocity. Getting hit with one would hurt, but it wouldn't cause any permanent damage. It doesn't take long to isolate the turret's internal safeties. Disabling them will greatly enhance the turret's damage-dealing potential, but you'll still need to manually activate the turrets via the local control consoles. Boost the turret's firing velocity to lethal levels. And done. Disconnect from the node. And get out of here. I'm gonna deal with you personally as well. If I manage to hit the target, I should. Come on, man. While over here, we gotta stay focused. Where was I? Right. Strip armor on you. And blast you with regular old damage power bolt. And one more. Very good. Start moving to that captain. Chain shot. Doesn't look like it, so we'll go with the regular single shot then. Isabel needs to get out of there. Like right now. How many of you are there? Yes, we don't have time for this. Channeled haste time as well. Heal wound 1, heal wound 1. Should do the work. And now, chain lightning 2 on your head. Of course I miss. Fine, I guess we're dealing with you up close and personal. And another one, please. That was enough. Wonderful. In theory we can get to over there, but I don't think Inspector Chu is gonna survive that trip, so how about a ball lightning here? No. Too far away. In that case... you, pal, are our target. Even if she heals you up like that, or he. I don't know those mages well enough. And you conjurers are not being paid enough for this kind of shit. That wasn't called for. Same for you. There we go. Get clear of command center before it's sealed. What next? Eliminate the SDU reinforcements. So we just gotta blast through them. Understood. What I'm about to do will not be approved by the Vatican in any way or form. However, activate the turrets and order them to attack hostile targets. Activate the automated grenade launcher system. Warning, ammo feed empty. Please reload launchers via manual ammo hopper feed. We'll get to that in a second. But for now, you are gonna need to go as soon as possible. Also gonna be dealing with you slowly. Now, Inspector, clear the area for a second. And deal with this asshole. Because he's definitely looking get shot in the face. I have a feeling acidic fog is not all that it cracked up to be. But still, I'm gonna take my chances. That's not a grenadier, that's a captain. Wonderful. Now, can we deal with you appropriately? I think we can. A little bit. One of lethal, as they say. hate you. I'd rather you not die in there or be stripped of your AP. Otherwise, I won't forgive myself. But come on, turrets, do your job. You absolutely can. See? Heal yourself up. Tear off the face of the conjurer. This applies to everyone. However, to deal with you, we're gonna need a little more firepower, especially in that case. Come on, a little more. Ah, should have popped the eagle totem too. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's one less glass that I need to deal with. However, excuse me for a second because that will need some cleanup. Be right with you, folks. Don't go away. Sometimes you just tip it over because it's an old glass. It just shatters. However, at least in this case, it did not shatter too much. Still, to the trash can you go. Service. And of course, cannot forget about the spilled water, especially as it's right in one's face. Rather narrowly missed one's keyboard. That's also important. And get a look for any errant glass shards. Small ones that I might have missed, like this one here. Stepping on that one would have been a painful experience, I imagine. I don't think I'm seeing anything else with this field. Should there be another one? I, of course, am not going to chance it. Pick them up. Bring back in the world. Otherwise, I am in for a world of hurt. And I'll want that. Double checked. Serious. Yeah, as I've said, it could have been worse. A lot worse. But thank you, Glass, for shattering in such an elegant manner so that there was no shower of shards. But once again, I will be evacuating this area a little later tomorrow. This should be fine. Now, let's finish this up. That was an unwelcome diversion, obviously, but show must go on. I'm eager to entertain you. Or were we? I've cast Eagle, yeah. Suppose I can also heal myself up a little. And we can start dealing with you. Come on, Gobet. You can do much better than that. I don't think you'll be able to reach all the way here. You won't be, unfortunately. So we'll just have to go with something a bit more tried and tested. Deflect. Heal up. 2. And let them come. Was I right? You're definitely gonna need to be dealt with post-haste. We missed one shot, but are still good with others, right? Right? I hope we are. Otherwise I'm getting disappointed a little bit. Come on. There we go. You should be able to pull yourself out of this one. Now, Gaichu, think you can deal with that mage? At least get him nice and cut up for the next turn. There we go. And Inspector Chu will shift your position there. And finish up that Grenadier 1. Let them come. Let them come. I think there's only 3 of them left. 4 if we count that mage up there. But dealing with them shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially now that they're cornered. Yeah, see? We're already down at 3. Now, can my Chain Lightning reach up here? It cannot, unfortunately, so I as well heal myself. And no. Cannot reach anyone, unfortunately. I'll grab that medikit. Toss it over to Gaichu. And lay into that asshole over there. Like that. Because that's what I like to see. Especially once we get up close and personal to the host. Inspect the hopper. The grenade hopper is wide enough to accommodate a variety of grenade types, but it narrows rapidly as it winds its way into the guts of the launcher. Any grenades that you load into this thing are gone for good. There's no way that you could fit your arm down the tight, winding passage to retrieve them. Load a grenade into the launcher. None of them. So I suppose we'll leave it at that. Unless we pick up those smoke grenades. But that'd be a bit of a waste of time. Come a little closer. So they do have a shock trooper in here. They're a big guy, huh? Managed to send Guy Chu down to the land of eternal sleep. Well, not eternal yet, of course, just sleep. Can we hit any of you assholes from this point? No. The answer is still no, and I'm disappointed, but go up a little closer. That should be enough, especially if we pop the eagle to them. And now, we're all hunky-dory, especially you, Combat Mage. Now we stand over there. I hit Mage as well. Because remember our purpose here. Our purpose is, and always has been, to deke the Mage. That should come as no surprise. And out goes your armor too, Predator. No, I don't suppose we can do anything about you. No, just have a platinum prop kit. So, first fire it is. Not too effective. Or maybe I am wrong. Ouch. Stop stunning Guy Chu, please. I didn't think he did. Which is unfortunate, because I would have liked him to stop. But if he won't cooperate, we're gonna have to break his kneecaps. Which is only fair. Come on now. Manifold to his face. We can do this. Yep, like that. And a portion for the mage. But we're still gonna need to flank him. Otherwise, he's getting too full of himself. And I hate that. As one should. Another double tap on that shock trooper. Could have been better, I suppose, but more than enough for our purposes. And now we can go say hello to that SDU captain. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. With crits like these. Especially with Inspector Chu at our side. But we just need to get into better position. And then it's gonna be alright. Destroy the armor on that captain. Blast that mage away with a manifold. Just what I want to see. No, really. That's precisely what I wanted to see. course, the Grenadier has the arm catching augmentation. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. Single Robert. Strays around there. Gotta do wonders for all this. And Guy Chu will cut them all down where they stand. And a 1. And a 2. And we're done here. Nothing else to loot, I imagine. Not considering we've skipped out on those 2 wings. We can help ourselves to a couple of free smoke grenades, just because we can. And then we can get out of here, right? Yeah, through this one. Now that we've got some breathing room, I'll do what I can to get us to access to this door panel. She leans in, studying the panel, and then enters a series of key code commands. After a few moments, you hear an audible click. And there we go. Staircase unlocked. Do me a favor and take point, Val. I think that I soaked up some drain busting us out of that trap. I had us swimming. You gonna be alright? I'm fine. Just lead the way. I've got your back. If you say so. Down to motor pool we go. The sound of gunfire echoes through the halls behind you. So press forward, a sea of blood and corpses in your wake. So far so good. Now all that you need to contend with is a police station overflowing with SDU officers, all of whom want you dead. The motor pool seems like the best way out. Plenty of cover and a straight exit to the docks where Jomo is waiting to extract you. Chu is deadly silent as you ascend toward the motor pool, her eyes narrowed to slits. As the door swings open and you step out into the light, you steel yourself for whatever comes next. We're immediately welcomed by the welcoming committee. How convenient. However, I'm looking at the time and it looks like I'm gonna need to finish up for tonight. This is definitely starting off on a better note than the previous quest, where we just needed to take a bit of a different approach, but we're still busting through that one. So, I'm gonna do save and quit. And now with that, I'm gonna say my goodbyes for tonight. I sincerely hope that you're enjoying the game as much as I do, because Shadowrun has definitely been growing on me as we go. But for now, of course, I'm gonna have to close it off. I'll see you all either on Saturday or on Tuesday, depending on how it all goes. So yeah.